usually left on an island. The team's perfectly fine doing that in the early game as we see Zekken start to trend over, but this mid control is big right now for MIBR. That's a shot from Scuba, ready for it. Slight bit of default as the rest of NRG goes back and forth to see what they can see at the sites, and now they switch the sides of the map, but the push isn't over. Verno still looking for space, looking to get this trade for his teammate as NRG sets up towards the A side, and it looks like he might just get backstabbed as well. Ooh. 2 for Scuba already, and we haven't even really started the round, Vans.
Just really opens up the map. Look at Mata at the same time. While Scuba's just doing God's work at middle, they're just going back and forth grabbing the orbs. So right now, all the objectives are being taken by NRG to have a very strong start in this pistol. And you talked about Tex having to play on the island quite often. He's going to use these cyber cages as one-way smokes and try to slow things down for a bit and go for the hero play.
It creates a little bit of a backside for himself, but he peeks right away. And a third for Scuba. Are we ending Breeze from the other day here with his clutch? My God, he continues. And the whole team is basically packing sheriffs and ghosts, so as they line up to get these final kills, Vans, it should be enough damage coming through.
Call's already out there for Ethan to have Scuba continue to go for a hunt. I mean, that's 3 shots for a sheriff. All of them hitting.
Van Silly?
I mean, that's 3 bullets in a row that still connects. Already pissed around looking for the ace for Scuba.
With basically 100% aim on all of them. He's just going to wait it out. Let's see, Brock's going to be the sentry for him to search. Scuba with the shot. The back of Mata! And it's the ace for Scuba to start it off.
Want to come out strong for the side of NRG. MIBR starting off the pistol round where they do want it to play that contact play, trying to surprise some players, but look at the positioning coming out from this player right here. Scuba, who has been unstoppable here in the VCL, going into this stage 2 of Americas, and also helping NRG hoist in that champs trophy in 2025.
And a possible 1v5 situation.
He's got the shots.
Slight ping, giving the rest of the team time to run free across the map here. They just don't know it yet as the smokes go out onto A. We see MIBR trying to get something going here on the second round.
While Mata falls, this should still be an easy plan for NRG, and despite the ore missing, it doesn't matter. They're still on the anti-eco for NRG, but you're still seeing how they're hitting the sights for the side of NRG. Bringing out this tail for Ethan. They're trying to make sure that nobody can really anchor within the sights as they actually threw those salvos back towards Trolla under that bridge in case you still had Tex playing in that spot. So now everything's just in pristine position to play a second round for the side of NRG. The interesting part about this too for MIBR, especially on Abyss, they could jump out of the map, go back into the next round, but very similarly to the last time when they had to play an eco against NRG, they're going for the re-hit, trying to make it expensive for NRG and his pulse plat.
And on more than one front, they come in from the backside as the team tries to hit the site head on from that heaven drop, and it looks like it's going to be too much util across the spike for them to get it as they look for a bit more damage, a bit more armor, half on the spike, and the kill's going to come through for Ethan. Getting that Teo ultimate online just a little bit more. Still quite a ways away, but that's 2 for NRG as they push into the bonus round.
Damage is there, though.
All right, into round 5. Is this going straight over the top?
It's quick.
Very quick. Push towards mid. They're going to see if they can get a ping off of this right away, maybe, and work it. Oh my gosh. And they ult immediately, taking all of Vent and that upper heaven area for themselves. NRG just putting their foot down once again in the site, making MIBR question how to get back in.
What a nice little look. It's going to make it so hard for MIBR to remove it back into the site, especially with that pit on the top of heaven. We'll talk about it in a second right now, though, because MIBR are trying to find some value around Aspas' op.
So many little setups that they have, different looks each round. It's like when MIBR does get guns, they're not seeing the same thing. They can't even find something that they saw the previous round. Looks like a save here for Aspas and the operator, since it is a key factor for them to get back in the game as a young IGL to keep him focused on what the win con can be. Let's see if they have it here from the defensive side after their timeout. Verno already says if they try this again, Vence is locked down. Takes a bit of damage there as they toast him up with a little bit of the Lego lost jump from Brock. But it's not going to be too much of a follow-up. They just want this heaven space so they can begin to pressure MIBR.
Still a very nice call. He plays forward here to just punish that fast push again from NRG, trying to leverage our ults to take over heaven again. And as they play soft side right after, almost feels like 2 of those ults are now wasted for the side of NRG, allowing now MIBR to have more util for the retake.
It's rare that NRG has pushed to the backside of this site. Usually you get kind of a drop over the A default, but they are planting and getting back to hold it from a defensive position on their own side here. It's been working. The trips aren't even in use now, but Mazzino isn't going to matter. He just swings out on Brock and takes him as the team is now figuring out how to find where NRG is. Mata being a nuisance from heaven, another kill there, but Zekin's able to answer it back easy. Defuse coming in through the smoke, however, for MIBR as they leave NRG guessing to the situation. The 0 point gets destroyed here, and they're not going to have more info than a few. They know the hit's going to come through, though. You see how much he wants to peek, but everybody, again, playing their life here. Just Mazzino in sight to try and grab some info. And he's doing a great job at somewhat delaying the situation here. Ospas goes down as soon as the smoke does, and NRG is locked on these angles with no fear when the smokes go down. Bull Zekin, though, coming back into the site, gets taken down by Kiko as the dust settles now at 2v3 for MIBR to get back in.
Yeah, good on Zekin to even slow the tempo once again from NRG, giving a chance here for heroic plays to come out. To get an ult out for Tex, but it's a little bit too far away.
What?
That just
from the shadows.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
Where is everyone? One enemy remaining.
Oh. Hats off to Kiko, gets another one in the site, and they know exactly where Sova's coming from. Verno here holding the ult, obviously. We'll just have the time to play with if he doesn't save, and it looks like he is going to backpedal.
Just too much. You have to do a very good job right now for MIBR to just button things up on these aggressive pushes, and they're trying again.
There's that pop flash mid we saw or heard last time. Already ready from two sides of this. They've pushed up to cover mid to react to that what they just heard. Being in the second follow-up in these plays as the secondary controller or mid controller, they're both kind of doing the same amount of controlling, but it's just so on point right now. And they go to make that play inside the site again. It's absolutely disgusting. Inside the cage of Tex kills him. It was the cover that Mata needed.
Spike planted.
It's just so tough right now, especially when you're leaving Tex. You could give him so much confidence to anchor up a site, but when there's so much util on top of that, a recon dart to ping you out, and there's no support to break that dart, they can't play that type of passive shock dart, deny plant with Verno on top of heaven. They got to think of something new, play a little bit more of that buddy system aggressively inside these sites.
Very true. Cosmic Divide here, coming in for the retake, and Scuba just sinks him.
Explosion into this A site.
And this has to be one of the holds. Zekin and Ospas have been playing together a lot. They've been synergizing around these two roles. If they can make it work, this is the time. Zekin gets 2 on this as Ospas goes down, and MIBR is still looking to hold the site, but there is the salvo from Ethan that locks it down a little bit more for the side of NRG. It's still 3v3 here, but Brock is going to quickly change that as Verno goes for the peak. Zeno has to creep in, has a ways to go before he finds anything here, so he might even have to duck out. No, gets Brock on one, is going to go ahead for a little bit of a refresh as he flashes back in. Now he knows he has Tex at the hip. A tap on the spike. No, they're going to continue to push forward to try to do this silently. Ethan finds Mazzino. Tex with just a running gun. But Scuba's able to lock it down once again in that final situation.
MIBR can start activating on mid control and trying to cut these rotates across from NRG.
They want quite a bit of map control here. See who's hiding where, who wants to play on what for the pistol round. And Tex gets the better of Mata to start off. I don't think he actually identified how many were in mid either, so it's still a question mark for NRG, but they're keeping focus on it.
And who is able to swing off each other the best?
Zekin has 2 stars left. He's at the back of the heaven area. See if we get any here. He's going to actually split the site in 2 so they can work the front and get to the backside to plant on the left. And NRG is huddling just as much here. It's about to be a party at the backside. And Verno comes up huge with the Sheriff. Ospas answers as well, and it leaves Kiko to try and do what he may from the side. And he's found out. MIBR grab a very much needed pistol round.
And the beauty again of the fundamentals and having veterans.
A little rotation out here from Ethan. And this could be some good timing for MIBR. They're still waiting very heavily here on the main area. Oh my God, just playing aim practice over here. Brock holding down the vent. A quick hat trick for him. And this changes the mind of Tex and Zekin.
And just sit and spawn and save your weapons for the next 30 seconds.
They are very good at keeping themselves back and in that position to play with each other. And again, backing off, just looking to slow them, and they gather in sight to take a different position because they're not sure what's behind them. Zeno nicely getting that kill on Namada. A lot of action on Vent throughout this game. It's been a priority for these teams throughout the rounds. Second, another one.
That should pull everybody back towards B.
Hopefully, they got to be moving.
Already got that kill onto Z. You saw, you know, the first contact that went out towards Ivy, and at the same time you're punishing a double push on B main. That's an open site. Rocky and Kiko probably will have to save here at this point.
I love they're still going to play it like they have to take it because it's unknown. And that's actually respectable because why make a mistake at this point and just get shot in the back from their spawn? Default smoke's out. Going to go ahead and retake, or take this side, I should say, as Zekin cleared off the players who were on it.
Yeah, and that's also why I like the call from Verna going to this round to play that round, even though you're at map point for energy, to still play quite slow.
I hope they do. Need that money. Get Ospas back on an op, another core factor for them. And this push here from Verna, you have a dart. You have a dart, sir. Doesn't need it.
No, he's got minima.
Oh, that shouldn't help.
It does.
No, it's not the minima. It never will be, Vance. Never will
it's the
be.
minima.
Nice job by Verno there, clearing two and at that tight situation event.
Yeah, Kiko was just trying to find the timing. Smoke comes up, count to 3 seconds, try to get the spray.
Yeah, yeah.
Beautiful Hunter's Fury, though.
Almost hit him in the knee. TP out. Kiko safe for now. Very nice site take. Ospas gonna hide on that right side. Brock able to find one through the smoke, starting before it even begins here on the retake. Oh my gosh, Vance, it is just not stopping. From the vents here, Verno, maybe another one, or Brock rather, maybe another one.
Yep.
Oh, the shock dart onto Tex. They're gonna start trading util back and forth here. And we still just have a waiting Mata to help get back into sight. They finally have enough here to do it. Great hold so far by MIBR. They need to string this round together as well.
Player standing.
And they're going to do that. No problem on it. Well, shot by Mata, though. Do they want to drop the up? How bad do they want to drop is the question.
They don't have money to work with. I think right now for Mata, he should try to go for a pick, make it expensive if he can, but just getting punished in the end. And as we talked about, MIBR loving to use Ospas on the up on the attack side. And as it gets broken up, they could try to go for the late hit, the 4-1 at that spot. So that's why Energy, they already have 2 players on top of that side.
Kiko Paranoia is also stored up there. He's trying to get away from this null command.
30 seconds left.
Just orbing out into sight. Brock looks straight down in. No one's really trading. They're all standing to the left side of the smoke as they see their duelists go in. And this could be it now for NRG. Instantly shutting down MIBR in the entry, but at Verno, alive for a moment, can't get over to Mizzino to get him alive. And now Tex, the last one alive as the kills come through. TP to the other side. Tex is trying to find the kills. He heard the TP, so he's trying to swing it back and forth, and he keeps it alive for now. There's no time on the clock as it's been delayed, and NRG get a 13-6 Abyss. Waterfall into sight, but right now this is the point where NRG says we're still in a position to make them come to us. So how can they do that? Oh, 1 for 1 there to start it off, and this is going to activate everybody from spawn. Scuba's peeking out at just the right time to get another kill, and this is going to force MIBR into the site.
What a nice flash. We'll talk about that in a second, though, because MIBR is getting the plant and they're turtled up in the side. They can't really play off-site anymore, so they have to trust each other as they already lost one, though.
Cuss goes in, Mata already takes a hit and goes back. Oh my gosh, a stiff wind will blow these two over, and that's what Ethan brings. The sky knocks them down, and it's a quick defuse here with NRG on the retake.
You're probably just going to think that they're going to split into this B site, so they have the perfect read now with the numbers for Energy on the high-low crossfires. 3
in sight. Ethan still has a flash in the back, so they can get back into the fight. Dodging the first one, and Ospas has already got us off to the races. Somehow Energy are finding 2 to answer 3 now. And they're keeping it quiet still. There's almost no action, and Energy is just hiding in the shadows, waiting for the peaks from MIBR. And it's going to be an NRG round just like that.
Yeah. Ethan is amazing right now in his form from champs until now. And Zekin's waiting for that TP to come across here. So here comes the ult, then you take full map control.
Nightfall, Molly's over top, so they're committing their lineups. They're committing everything here. Zekin's already made it back sight. Mazzino's able to clean up too and bring hell straight to the doorstep of NRG. And Scuba's only able to get a sniff at 1 kill here. Still 4 members in sight for MIBR.
Yeah, somehow the Nightfall got a lot of value here. Lots of tethers that you saw around that site. And that just allowed MIBR to very quickly tempo into the site. Just catch the players off guard. Op shot misses, and that will be Mata forcing to save that. So the first time that you're showing the op, that'll keep MIBR ready going into the next round. It's going back and forth. They're trying to waste out that util on the side of the defense first for energy, and there's that hit. Nothing to stop him this time around.
Haunt in. Oh, little bump on the bump on the blast pack. They collide with each other there, and it slows down the hit. Scuba and team are ready to receive. MIBR have to work a little bit harder to get this one to go through now. They're still just breaching the site after a few times of entry. First miss leaves Scuba alive. He gets to create more problems in the back of the site. He's still alive. Scuba still alive. Finally gets taken down, and they got 12 seconds. 12 seconds. That's the final kill they needed. What a scatterbrain round coming in there once the ult couldn't get through from the showstopper.
Yeah, you could see there from Scuba, he was just trying to find when that person inside that A site was going to get behind him, so he's just...
Off that clone, off himself, he gets back into the gate crash. So while that position is lost, you got the convergence path, so it feels really good there. Towards mid, Mata says, we'll still give ourselves the first blood through spamming smoke. Nice timing there. So they're wondering if this is a ruse, if something's happening. A main control isn't just there off the rip for them. As the sky starts to rotate, it's going to be the hit coming in from MIBR. The smokes make it difficult, but Scuba still knows where the targets are going to be dropping. And it's just Mazzino now in sight as Kiko is still back there. NRG strengthened the correct site and are there to make the play.
It looked like such a nice look at the beginning. That'll just get Armageddon.
No, that's the truth, honestly. Brock's had some crazy positionings for that really affect his opponents.
Not this time.
To start it off, Brock sees red himself to start this one. And it looks like they are going to easily be able to encroach into the site.
I'm trying to not give a chance here for MIBR to set up in the post plant.
Quickly back in, Scuba and Mata, both with one way. MIBR don't know which way to look right now, and it's just Tex left alive. You better have a damn good shot swinging out of this Cosmic Divide, and Scuba's gonna be there to clean it up. In the blink of an eye, NRG take back B.
That is just amazing.
No, if Kiko is actually in range to hear that in the position of the beginning shadow step. So he does have 2, one for a delay, one for a smoke. He is gonna start that suck up, and they get by it. Quickly gate crash by, and Brock was not expecting the entry into the site, so it's the little things MIBR is starting to win over now that turns NRG for a loop.
Spike planted.
It's a huge opener. Armageddon also once again taken out of the picture within the round.
So, just that jump in. So aggressive. Mata going in by himself. They're so confident in these fights. The swing there would have to have been incredible from his teammate to even help. Zekin's able to punish now, and that's going to be enough for them. Mazzino with that stinger has been going crazy over the past few series, so it's going to be deadly in his hands as he upgrades.
Maybe MIBR now. Well, actually, let's hold that thought. There's a little bit more aggression coming out here in terms of util. Zekin finding a lot of info in his dimensional drift. Here. Trying to stop Brock right away.
They've stalled out MIBR a little bit, but they know they can run through it! Oh, Kiko focusing a bit on those smokes, gets taken down as he gets chased down by the dimensional drift here. Mata quickly acting to take down the lurk. Can they focus towards mid? Or towards site now is the question. And it looks like they're actually going to meet up all the way on the outside for a late flank. Nope. That's a turn by Ethan. They say no.
It's hard. A 3 versus 4. You're looking out at what's left here on the side of MIBR. I mean, they still have flashes. They still have the haunt. Just trying to make it potentially expensive on the exits for the side of MIBR, but the money is also not the best. You see Scuba and Kiko. If it's not for these saves, they're going to have a broken buy. So keeping these 2 weapons are going to be super important. Ethan still keeping a lot of his util. Could really drop that a rifle for his teammates right after.
Oh, clean. The drone's one of the only things that found him salvation for a moment there. Can MIBR go for more? Doesn't like they're going to get the swing on. 6-5 here.
And you see here in this round, Ethan still only has that 1 flash, and he's already used it to try to find early information towards his ace line. So you have to drop, I think, a rifle for somebody to not be able to get full util. They're looking to fight back Armageddon with a trap play.
Protecting the saturate's going to cause MIBR to have to swing out, and that's right into the hands of NRG as they move through that B main area. 2 members left here in Zekin and Tex. They can get the job done. It's going to be difficult, though. Tex is going to be on that search, goes for the ult right away. I thought he might be seen for a moment, instantly dropped by Ethan. And this is going to be a tough one. 1 flash, 1 gate crash.
But it's Zekin.
This is the moment we've asked for on the switch to MIBR. What is the duelist going to be able to provide? And against 3, against the dual fire of NRG, they are too fast.
But this is a brand new year. We haven't seen these comps before from both of these teams. Their approach might be different this time around as well for MIBR on defense, where they could try to fight back.
Looks like they're fine with a retake here to start, too, from the defensive side. Just giving that space in, but they control A. And Ethan is actually quite hurt to start things off here.
It's quite unfortunate. It's always him that gets heavily damaged when he's the one healing his teammates.
Guardian to the face or something else. The medic. He's still running around getting shot, unfortunately. And here's the take. They just jump into the site. Not too much util to alert that it's going to happen. And it takes him off guard for a moment. Tex able to hold down ramps. Does he know there's another one? And it's going to be Brock with that right click. They're still trying to find Scuba. Brock is left. And MIBR buckled down here for this pistol round to make sure they can walk away with it. Oh, no.
Wrong person.
It's just around him. He's drawing a beautiful picture of Mazzino there. Oh, my gosh. He gets away with a sliver of health. Brock finds the kill, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, my. Tex is going to get shot in the back there by Mata.
Oh, right up there. It's obviously going to be a sight from Verno to save himself. Everybody's ready. This actually looks like the strat from NRG, honestly. 3 in sight with them falling in from heaven. But can MIBR have the same result NRG did? Hopping through, kind of elephant footing on this one, stomping it, and that's going to give a lot of knowledge to Mazzino to do the damage. Scuba's down to 46 HP, and Ethan gets the plant down. Moving into the site very quick, actually, as they get a bit of a heal back from Ethan. Quickly found on one side, and he plays the look at me, so you can't double take the teammate. Verno and Tex coming up with a nice win there.
Interesting smoke being thrown by Mazzino as well, instead of just the champs team since that first map, 13-6 final score. Now MIBR are looking to trade maps back on NRG's map pick.
And through a Zekin carry at this point, through the way that they're doing the double duelists. Obviously selfless for one of them to go in and kind of create a distraction, but the question's somewhat being answered there, that this team can work in that fashion. It's 8-7, though. They still have a lot of work to do, and that means NRG is right on your heels for this match.
Tough with the Prowler missing as well. You already have Scuba and Mata inserted on top of that ramp, and they're looking to go for the punish, trying to find their timing.
Mata slowly working up, actually just dodges out. Sees that there's nobody there from the dog. Here's him running backwards. Here's the reloads, and he can't find the timing, but he's giving himself up. They try to take the site. Discipline is cleaned up, and Verno goes down after a kill.
Osbos's turn to shine because his teammates in a dimensional drift finding information for him.
Oh, yeah, he saw you. Mazzino trying to play a little funky on the ropes here. Second comes out of the dimensional drift. Osbos is already working the site. A double on elbow by himself, and Mazzino's going to go for that defuse and hand it over after half to get the showstopper online quick.
And a heads-up play by Zekin to say, just paranoia. I'm going to get out of the TP right now to not get punished.
Dang. Mata's so quick with it. 17-9 right now, pushing up, looking for kills himself, right? Nobody's really that close to him.
I like this, though. They have to give up mid and now pressuring towards that A main side. At least for the defense, but then for NRG, they go for the Seekers. They see where the util is at, they see where their opponents are at, and they're trying to go for the push.
Osbos gets pushed a little too quick there. First shots are going to have to just be a distraction for Insight, and they are still crosshairs broken enough for Ethan and Kiko to come in and finish the job.
Yeah, that was just a hero play attempted by Zekin. I mean, respect to him, was feeling it, but so far it's not really over yet. They're trying to chase down Mata. If they're able to take them down, that would have given them a little bit of a window to work with. But now Spike's been planted. Everybody's playing off-site. Should be the round for NRG.
I like that. Much more kind of round of distraction from NRG. Touch and go, find a fight. make sure you're fighting on another front at the same time. It seems like they were giving MIBR a lot to look at for that one. And it's going to be a B ending round win here for NRG with 4 alive.
That, I don't know. That might be a false call by MIBR. The TP doesn't see anybody on the top of that ramp.
Verno in a scary spot. Saturate comes through. Oh, he is trying to get out of there. Back to normal. Just everybody trying to be flash safe right now as NRG heads into the site, and Mata cleans up Aspas behind the map. Ulti goes down, and now Zekin trying to get in. A beautiful paranoia, but can they work off it? They don't know if it's hit anybody until they get themselves in. Oh my gosh, the push from Brock. Right in the face of MIBR, and the action doesn't end. Zekin's able to refresh just a little bit in the situation, and they're gonna have to try once more if they can get in together. Oh my gosh. They are throwing everything in the kitchen sink at MIBR right now. Tex is able to drop the wall, drop the ult rather.
It's not planted for them.
It's not. They got to get this down. Oh, I thought maybe just on the outside of that. But it's not going to be. Moving in, an easy kill from the ramp as they both swing together. Mata and Kiko are going to be able to finish it off and bring the game within 1.
Had to be Zekin on the outside and force the fight. If they lose their position on the A side, the retake's going to be a lot more difficult, so they kind of have to be more disciplined of where they want to start stacking up their buddy system here. And that,
any sound.
Right there. Having that Prowler, nice little spray though by Mazzino.
Always Ethan. An unfortunate situation in this game for him, but through the smoke, Mazzino finds one, and they're still going to try to get in here. Oh wow, trading places, but Mata still finds the kill onto Mazzino, and he's still going haywire here in heaven. That's going to be a creep in from mid, should be covered. Mata gets a 3rd, a 4th, and a 5th are still on the map, and he goes ahead and refracts right back to heaven to make sure he's part of what can happen up there.
That's a give-up moment. Zekin's still holding towards B main, so Aspas trying to keep the economy low if he can, but riches are aplenty for the side of NRG in this round.
Aspas gets 1. Zekin could get another pip towards an ult here if somebody goes searching, but they're so far away. It's just about Aspas.
Yeah.
Leaving this.
NRG just wants to guarantee the round, an opportunity for them to tie things up on a 10-10, and even then just winning that round might potentially... It's not for Clone and Boombot. Those Prowlers on that A side are super important to find that info for the team. And they've been... Oh!
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna stop talking because that was a nice shot, and action's probably gonna continue now.
Just because it's smoking doesn't mean he's slow at shooting. All right. He's still got that duelist in him. Mata now again trying to go on a solo journey to see what he can find. Won't even really have util from the team over here. He's going to play off of the noise being made at B.
Mata inserted himself again, though. Oh, Verno with the timing.
He found it.
It's the stinger that kills him.
Calling the strats, knowing the map. Verno has been watching Mata closely throughout this series, especially on Split. We're at 10-10 here for both teams' first appearance on this map, and they are really testing each other. Once again, Tex to hold down heaven and delay even more. A more delay.
Yeah.
They are layering nicely.
And that's Kiko Smoke, being very similar to what they were doing on the previous side. Just to try to scale up and try to get control of that B heaven. Yeah, it's a nice shot, but at the same time is up against the world. A 1 versus 5, Spike being down with 30 seconds left. Hunt for these kills. They're still comfortable to buy in the next round here for NRG. 18 seconds left. He's shooting to try to bait out some aggressive peaks on the side of MIBR.
They're too clean with it, though. They just check the minimap to see if it's an actual vision caught by their teammate. No crossfire had, no contact play needed. Oh, it's just a bounce house in the smoke. Kiko cannot get the plant down, and MIBR are within 2.
So an advantage for NRG to not only take space, but to split into the B site, and they're going straight for that.
Holding. Good push from both sides. They've got actually Dog up top and Drone from B main. Aspas finally rips that showstopper we've been watching here, and almost the recoil control coming in for Tex. But they answer back one for another here. A 4 alive now for MIBR is don't give up numbers. The double peek, very nicely swung.
Beautiful.
You love that kind of protocol. And Mazzino's just gonna say, I got this one. Don't worry about it. 12 for MIBR with Breeze on the horizon. Can they get one more round? A lot of the focus now going towards mid. Boombot 2. I mean, they may be getting the info, the fact that nobody's there, and they're about to see him here in sight.
Nice.
Zeno trying to save himself, gets to the right, but Scuba's cleaning up sight. The rest of the death ball, known as NRG, flies through in what could be a flawless 23rd round.
Yeah, it will. The last two have to save.
Yeah, they're going to save.
The crazy, we'll have to look back at the replay. I want to know how Scuba did that. Did he just spray through the B Heaven Smoke and drops 2 players there? Because I was going to say that everything was perfect by Mazzino. He plays towards that pillar side, gets slowed down by the saturate, but what he does is he flashes towards that B main before TPing out on the other end. So nobody could capitalize on that, on a dash, sorry, from the side of the waylay of Mata. Yet Scuba just sprays on the top of Heaven and gets 2 picks.
Now we get the full smoke, but yeah, we've been seeing that Heaven smoke that allows them to strafe out, kind of denying the fact that you can run out Heaven side and drop at the same time, maybe creating too many options.
Wow.
Mata, Ian Mata. Oh, Mata.
Verno really wants to keep this going. He's even toying with them.
I see you.
Fled back into the B side and pushed us into extra innings.
Seeker's right off the bat. The orb control won't even be there. Mata's going in to see, to distract, and goes down, doesn't get the refract in time. They're forced to move off towards the right side. Remember, this is either map 3 or OT here if MIBR can find the win. Pit's already down today.
Exactly.
This is forcing NRG's hand through the middle of the map and towards B.
Pit's out on that side. They use Seekers at the beginning too to try to get that space for Mata. So now it's the mid-round information taken by MIBR. That spots 3 right there. Stays in the smoke. What? I think he wanted to TP, no? I don't know what happened there.
The third time he dimensional drifts, it's not going to be the one that second gets a kill in. Each of the other ones, he's been able to come out successfully. And now they are back to even.
That is unfortunate, Riv, because him falling, it equalizes on a 4v4. But you're also thinning out the defense because you forced the pit towards the A main. So now you're going to have to gamble the B side. There's a huge gap right now for them to take over back on the A side if they want to for NRG.
That was the operator, the one that holds hard lines, but it's actually Osboss and Verno. It doesn't matter. They're still doing the work. Mazzino has been a rock in sight, the safest pair of hands you could ask for at this point. And they're still trying to give him hell. The 1v1, it leaves it up to Verno and Tex. A Judge and a Vandal to come back in.
2v1 on that side, but Brock's been in this scenario before.
Beautiful util to catch him already, and he's cooking. Wait a minute, that's it! It's gonna be just like that. They don't even have to see the player to get the kill. It's gonna be MIBR taking split. We're going all the way to Breeze.
What good util in the end.
Unless they get a kill. They're trying to confirm something. It might be a peek from Kiko.
Yeah, great opportunity to contact play. Missed though. But that should still sound the alarm for MIBR to move in.
Ooh, Ospas with the creep in. A little silent last game, and he shouts to start this one. Scuba takes him down as they get a quick trade on for the 4v4. Not too much util for that retake, so they're going to have to do it in numbers. Smokes to cut off the site, and they just have a gigantic playground once they clear this to mess with and set up that garrison to get themselves locked in for the post plant. MIBR taking the first round down to red on the timer. And they get what they want on A.
Strongest plant you can have right there too. Not tucked into the pyramid, really on the outside, so you can play towards main because they have that freedom to do so as they went and walked into an open site.
Kiko has to break crosshairs. Dark goes out, and it's gonna be heads torn. Oh my gosh, the clicks. Just one clicks. Great job by MIBR. Very sturdy in that defense and all throughout pistol round here on Breeze.
Yeah, just very good as well for MIBR in the post plant to not stay tucked in on the inside.
Just getting some cover in mid for themselves.
Jump spot. I mean, Ospas sees him. He's just waiting for the reflood from elsewhere. Oh,
look at the guy. Little no-scoper. And they're pushing. They're saying, wait, come back and play. NRG runs down mid, and they're actually able to gun one down. Is that, can you protect this is the question. Almost. Scuba's going to be able to grab a weapon as the shock dart lands at the feet of Verno. It's just a 2v3.
Well, they're coming to play. Scuba picking up that Marshall and getting another. It's a 2v2. Mazzino might be walking into Brock.
Ooh, he draws Brock with the Bulldog.
It's okay, Zekin has a Vandal, right? It's all good.
It's second, right?
Exactly.
Exactly.
No headshot.
Oh!
Okay, there's a headshot.
He got tagged. That's quite a bit of damage.
He's doing a good job just staying tucked in, so
He
playing
knows.
a clock to his side. They're guaranteeing the round.
There it is. Zekin's good for it. Even hit a little sigh of relief there, knowing that the pressure is bearing down on him, and this is a very important round.
Exactly, it should have come down to that.
It should not have come down to that. Viper wall towards right side again. Actually a little bit farther in this time, as it looks like they want to stay for this fight. Zeno clears Mata with the wall bang there, as Scuba wants to stand true in sight. Oh, that's tough. He gets very good help. What assistance coming in from Kaiko there to help on the detection. And they're still trying to make this fight just on the corner. Zekin gets another 2. And now they're trying to fight Brock off the corner. And he is not going to give him more than just a shoulder each time. So Tex takes the whole pie for himself. And now it's just Ethan. Moving in on 2. Doable for Ethan here. Has a few stars to work with to create the site that he wants to see. That's a full smoke coming through.
You're forcing double bubbles, and he's trying to re-clear back towards B main potentially, but it feels like he misses that timing with that smoke disappearing on that left side. So now the question marks are up. Where did NRG, or sorry, where did MIBR go? So she's gonna have to wait to hear for that plant.
He has a bit of a battle star he can use in Dismiss to get himself in if it's necessary, but he's just going for the shots, and so is Verno. His first kill is a big one, and it's gonna capitalize on the round for MIBR.
Stay stoic in the 1v1 after winning it against Zekin, who's been hot since that second map was split. Early ult from Zekin to clear out the A side, and it'll be a 5-man hit on that spot.
Cosmic Divide, far split on the left.
Nice try.
He chooses the movable target, and Kiko says, no thanks, I got back up. Another one comes out, so we're crossing the galaxies here. Oh, Mata, knowing they made the door play earlier, thinks that it might happen again. Coming in, playing around their smokes, that's gonna give a little bit more room to Verno to try and squeeze something out of this wall, create the pressure where he can get through. He checks the space to the right, a drone hits him on. Ooh, that was so perfectly. What precision coming in from Ethan. And the spike is down, 13 seconds, doesn't look like it's gonna be possible this time. And NRG just play the hide and seek game to get this round in their favor. Beautifully done.
Just tried to play a high risk, high reward play on the side of MIBR on that hit.
Yeah.
That wall across, we'll talk about it in the next round, but they were trying to have the dimensional drift.
A little bit of what Brock was saying earlier, they're so late in these rounds, and MIBR starts to flex that late round again. I mean, the comment was about defense, but it still applies here to attack. Into the site, a quick hit. They know one is close, and Aspas says, by the way, I'm at doors. Easily cleans up one as they get the Hunter's Fury from Verno to tag a few, a little bit of team damage, it doesn't matter. They're getting exactly what they need, but it's not planted yet, and NRG's made quite a move across the map.
So many slices across the board, creating question marks too. But as soon as the walls come down, finally, MIBR knows that they have space to work with. And that the money's still pretty decent for NRG to try to work with something here to attempt the retake.
Yep.
Really comes down now to Mata to slowly creep up here, but they, as soon as he makes it towards main, that will probably activate. Now all 3 of them trying to flood back. It'll be all individual fights on the side of NRG.
Let's see if they bring up the X walls again. Once this goes down, it seems like there's a lot of gas to work with here, and some of them start to go up. Mata, at the perfect moment, finds Mazzino, and he gets to hide behind the wall after the fact. 7 bullets left, makes it count. Gets a reload in as well, as he's still creating the pressure for the rest of the team. Now coming from spawn, Mata with 3, Mata with 4! As the pressure on site's created, it's still not enough to get to the spike in time. MIBR lose a lot, but hold off.
Against MIBR.
And we're seeing a huge mentality shift in the Kiko go shotgun. And now the Kiko up. Mata goes down to Zekin here and elbow, as Kiko still has a line on mid, but he's not going to find much. The play is here. It's up to Scuba once again. We've seen some very stellar sight holds, and he already delays 4 people, but will he be ready for this gate crash that's going to happen behind him? Nice hide. Oh. Duck and cover.
I think they should still feel that there's somebody there, though. This is a common spot.
Up and over. Aspas is already atop the ladder. Should be able to play that one well towards sight, and it looks like they'll be happy with the situation here. They have to worry about Brock, though. He's still trying to make plays in the back of the site. The team allows him to do that, knows it's safe, knows it's comfortable for him, and he gets it onto Aspas. Knows exactly where Tex is for a moment.
Yeah.
But that's going to fizzle out as he doesn't enter the smoke right away. Beautiful. Verno's been doing that across the series for them, catching these lurker flanks to come back across.
What?
Somehow he's still in sight. He still hasn't been identified, just living next to the Viper wall, and eventually takes it out. Brock doing work right now. They're going to know exactly where one is. They just have to identify where Zekin is here after the darts come through. Brock is on it, but he gets taken down finally, and Zekin's able to clear out Kiko. Really methodical movements on the defense, but MIBR.
So right now, this still allows here for MIBR to or brute force their way through, or just cancel out and cut the rotates.
That's
and brute forcing the way through works.
Second person that's died there, just like that in the last few rounds. MIBR continues to clear that. Now Brock wondering how many have made it in. Zekin sits between the pillars, between the pyramids, trying to get some effect down, but it's Zekin on both sides of the site getting work done.
I mean, that's the issue of losing mid-control for the side of NRG. You saw that Mata felt that pressure on the split later on, and he just got backstabbed there by Zekin, who's looking for that ace now, but it's stolen by Mazzino. Again, from great mid-lurks from both Tex and Mazzino.
To that next round.
And it brings back to that win con that we mentioned for MIBR versus Envy. It's Aspas on the snipes on the attack side. And it took 3 maps for them to finally pull that through because it was part of their game plan and it works. Until potentially now.
Kiko gets on point though. Yeah, he found his aim here. Now is the slide coming through, but Mazzino is very accurate with it. They've lost quite a bit though, and a great delay here by Brock. Both are just a shot away from going down. This would be incredible if MIBR are able to pull this off. Aspas once looks behind him for a moment, and then he'll be looking forward here to help Mazzino.
Yeah, he was afraid of a flank, so now a 3 versus 1.
Ooh. Last player standing.
They want to seal the deal. I mean, the damage could have been called through by those who have gone down already, but NRG is not messing around here. It's going to be a defuse, smart play with Dimensional Drift. And they should be able to find Aspas at the last moment. Maybe leave him alive with his Outlaw.
They need to stay alive for NRG. They can't chase. Zekin going with the same pathing as before. This time, there's still the Dimensional Drift, but it's not being used, so they'll just leverage Zekin to find out where the last player is at. The stun.
Almost. Scuba's able to find him, though. Very nice control over the Viper wall there, but the swarm here by MIBR is still too much. Tax with the aim onto Brock, and now they search for Ethan, who's on his rotation over it. It looks like NRG might be gaining a footing in these rounds, and then MIBR does something like this.
Spike planted.
Well, seems like a little bit of a miscomm on the side of NRG. They did great to trade things off at the very beginning, but then you have Kiko coming through with the overdrive, just trying to open up that site behind Ethan that's lagging behind, so far behind on a rotate after a Dimensional Drift. Sorry, a Cosmic Divide. So it just allowed here MIBR to go for a 3-player swing against Kiko, and now Ethan has to clutch a 1v3.
Get in these moments where you want to be a part of the play that helps stop everything, and you almost forget about the state of the game sometimes. Mazzino cleans that one up, 9 and 6 for him.
Solo play, anchor hold on this B side by Ethan. He's been very good dancing around this map before, already avoiding so much util, but that shot breaking the recon gives his position away. It still gets the kill though onto Zekin.
The long-range ping was still orbing out, unfortunately, as he hid behind the wall. One teammate down. Mata flicks the crosshair to get an answer on the close box, the far, and then his left. And that's Brock and the rest of the squad coming in so fast on the reaction there. They do indeed grab themselves around after the timeout.
A conditioning for mid-control. Clone, the dash.
Oh my, Mata! That's insane. He almost had all 3. What a showing of skill from him currently to keep NRG in these rounds. You said it was a 3 or a 4, right? That was a 2.
2.
So they might struggle a bit here.
But actually, thankfully it's last round.
Yeah. We'll see. Still got to find Aspas, Verno, and Mazzino. Verno does the finding first. Brock goes down, so Ethan's going to be forced to peek here off contact, and it's Verno again. So clean in these outright engages that he's finding.
And the drone actually saw Kiko towards that back of the spawn, and Scuba thought that he had a timing off that flank, but it looks like MIBR flipped that map, flipped the site, contained themselves within the back of Ethan. Ethan's spot.
Hearing a little bit of reload, but that could be anything. It'd be 2-3 people stacked on each other, so you got to be very careful. As Kiko, Scuba makes a little bit of noise, so Kiko can maybe have a free look if a head was turned. Oh my gosh. Cooking him up, just saying there's almost not enough time for you to do anything, so we'll cut off the entryway. And Kiko here has to get it to half almost in this instant, because it's going to be 2 people playing cat and mouse with him right now. A great first half here by MIBR, and Aspas will find the 3K to make sure the 9-3 does go in their favor.
A strong finish for MIBR within the half. Right now, they could be fairly quick and put all their bodies on that site, so that after the plant, you might have Kiko's wall for them to rotate if they want to, but they're flipping that site again.
This is what they did against C9. They had 3 push out under the bridge. This time, they're only keeping backside safe, because Vic was able to take out 3 in that game. Here we have the double door push. A quick trade on both sides. Who's going to light up the feed first? And MIBR comes across the board, but not before Mata finds 1 more kill. Sheriffs versus the Ghost. There's a lot of firepower from MIBR if they can stack it together here. And there's one of them. Zekin is tearing the head off of Kiko. They push in, they try to flood and get Mata and the rest of the team to show where they're hiding. Mata still playing that ring around the rosy. Is it enough though? Aspas finds him on the other side. And now Scuba. A god in the Sheriff clutch. 1 and almost a second. The spike's not even at the half right now. Scuba's got 1 more shot. Aspas is gonna find it. Fast beep is already there, and Scuba does it again.
Both of them running out of bullets. That's what we were talking about before. Winning a pistol round on the A side. Now it's time for them to work B, work middle, and it's a high position by Aspas to mow down 2 to start. Yeah, after that drone though, that's already the call. You have to push it. Wait, he's pushing with the spike.
Oh, scene. Yeah, that it's kind of, you're in a fog of war for a moment, you know? You're trying to make a play, you forget what's happening. That fog of war can affect anybody in these tight moments, but we see him recoup and back into the safety of this drone before they make the play.
That plant still forces NRG to play inside that site.
Ooh, little chip damage, not too much there. Oh my gosh, they swing together so well. And they know they're covered once they do so. Kind of Zekin pausing on that smoke though, knowing the aim is there. They wait for the roundabout to come in from Tex, and 9-5 now as the bonus goes to MIBR.
Yeah, you're starting to feel the jitters on the side of MIBR too.
It is so wild to see Aspas switching back and forth in his agent pool and just how much that jet excels all the time, but that's not the case for the current round. It is the push in from NRG. They need to root themselves in this site to make sure NRG or MIBR cannot get back in. Aspas is trying to do that just by himself. All 5 are here for the 5v5 retake. A few watching back towards main. Actually, only Kiko is now the smoke's clear. The dust settles and the fight begins. Trades towards that left side crab. Everybody needs to get there.
It's about to get bloody.
It's about to get bloody, and that time is still ticking down on the spike. And move needs to happen now for MIBR. They're all activating towards the left side of the site. They're all going to have to just clear out. Mata gets 1. The Bulldog fired into the smoke isn't really going to give much back. But they're also not getting the spike just out of the smoke. This makes it so awkward. And NRG and MIBR basically look at each other for an entire round.
The last one into the belt before they have to potentially go into a half buy here. And it's Dimensional Drift from Mata that clears out the full B site.
Yeah, Mazzino had 4 stars dropped on the site. He drops Mata as he get back into position, dismissing a few. Yeah, it was a clean shot. He put his smokes up so he knew exactly what he needed to shoot through. On the way back, dividing that site in 2 helped them to slow it down, but Kiko drops Verno on the way back in, so they have a little bit of trouble now detecting where the rest of the members are. On the side of NRG, a moment to take a breath here as MIBR sets up. The concuss comes through, and Kiko gets another one from the same spot at the back of sight. Aspas versus 2. We see it come down to this again, and he may be able to get half through the smoke. He will get half through the smoke. It's about to clear. He's going to try to hold it. Pulls him off. Just a little vuln for now. And yeah, that's going to be another round for NRG off of time. Playing so well in these moments to string it out as long as they can.
Doesn't really want to force himself out yet.
He's safe, knowing the right side of the site has been taken each time, right? By NRG. They really haven't had too much care about the left with this wall that they're putting up until they go mid-site, bombs planted, and they can spread out here. Now they start to traverse that wall. They know he has the operator, and he gets out of there right quick to the help of Zekin. Oh my gosh, the rest of the team cannot do the same. Aspas goes down in the repeat. Tex falls. Mazzino has to push up, but he knows that NRG has gained so much ground now, and they're basically in his face at yellow. Oh, Brock gets the turn onto Zekin. They try to do the Cosmic Divide again, but it doesn't work.
I mean, he stayed on the right side of the wall. He should have heard that TP.
Yeah. Verno comes back. It's still a 2v2 after all of this. The walls are going to go down. The Viper walls not going up at this point as Mazzino clears another one out. 2! Verno stays on the spike with the safe hands of Mazzino, and that's the 11th round. These teams are capitalizing after their timeouts, Vance.
And putting MIBR in what should have been an impossible scenario to win, and now 2 steps away of getting that victory over the champions of 2025 of NRG. Kills closer.
Gross off the rip. Oh my god, how does his brain fit in the server? Zekin takes down Kiko. And they're still pushing from the outside of the map. You can see Aspas has an offline on the rest of it, so they are not even worried about this round. MIBR breathe a sigh of relief that they can clap back now this hard after their timeout.
You have Aspas on the flank too, so they are pinned.
Yeah. One shot, giving that up. Scuba could do a bit of damage here, but this one is just going to play out in the favor of MIBR.
Just saw him. He's just waiting for the repeak of Verno, and that could start snowballing things for the duo of Scuba and Mata to work this site. Wait, he has a timing.
Scuba for 2,
and Pit!
Pit goes down. Gonna get wall up to get plant, wall up to get plant. Oh, the wall's gonna go down. And that's Mazzino on 2! Oh, it's always at the last split second for these rounds between these two teams.
And pinched them right through the double doors after. Doesn't spot anybody.
Didn't see anybody, you're right. A few tags come out. Tex has that locked down. Not the first time we've seen him do that, as he gets a quick bunny hop to safety as well. Keeps his gun tucked tightly inside, but he still goes down to Scuba. Yeah, Zekin was never seen by the drone, like you said, was able to just mill about in that Viper's pit now. 3 left standing here as MIBR look to finish this game on to the 3rd map of the series. Mata to even the score. 1 shot away from going down though, so things get only more tense.
But he's low on HP and they're going to go for a huge play. He's going to try to wrap back towards the main side, so these two have to stay alive in sight.
Ethan goes for a bit of a spam there, hip and hip. Verno and Aspas in sight. Zekin turns around, he gets the kill onto Mata. So aware of the situation, now it leaves the operator for Aspas in sight. Verno there to the side. It's but Scuba and Ethan though. Still trying to hold the spike. 1 peek has to happen, and now it's only going to be Ethan left alive, the captain, to bring him into another round to keep him alive. He's got the spray. It's almost a lineup, but it's Zekin to capitalize for MIBR. The super dream is alive, and MIBR take down NRG.
At .39, down to the wire, but MIBR stay composed to knock down the champs of 2025, proving that they are the super team.